Welcome back to the Board Business Channel, everybody. Sometimes you find these companies and they're like hidden gems.
Yeah.
Quietly doing incredible things like behind the scenes. You know?
Right.
That's what we're diving into today. It's one of those companies.
Yeah.
Fox Silicon Integrated Technology?
Uh-huh.
Or FITI Group? And let me tell you, they are making some serious waves in the tech world.
Yeah, you might not have heard of them yet,
Right.
because they're not making flashy consumer products.
Right.
But their work is super essential to some of the biggest names in tech,
Yo.
like including a certain company that makes those little things we call iPhones.
Oh, you mean the company that shall not be named?
Yeah.
The one that rhymes with? Okay, I'll behave.
Wait,
But seriously, so you're telling me that this FITI Group is connected to, like, the giants of the tech world?
yeah, well, imagine you're putting together a super complex puzzle,
Okay.
but instead of cardboard pieces, it's all like high-tech,
Yeah.
super precise components that go into things like smartphones and computers.
Right.
FITI Group is making some of the most crucial pieces of that puzzle.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So they're like the puzzle masters of the tech world. What pieces are they making?
I guess you could say that they're creating specialized equipment that's used in processes like thin film deposition and etching.
Oh.
These are really essential steps in making semiconductor chips.
Got it.
And FITI Group's equipment is known for being super precise and customizable.
Whoa, hold on. You're losing me a little bit with the technical jargon here.
Yeah.
Thin film what now? Can you, break it down for simple folks?
Sure. So imagine you're making a layer cake,
Okay.
but instead of frosting,
Uh-huh.
you're applying incredibly thin layers of material onto a silicon wafer.
Okay.
And that's essentially what thin film deposition is.
Right.
And FITI Group's equipment helps create these layers with incredible accuracy, down to the nanometer.
Okay, so I'm picturing a microscopic layer cake now.
Yeah,
What about etching? Is that like you're carving tiny designs onto these wafers?
you got it.
Okay.
Etching is using a super precise laser to carve patterns onto these thin films.
Okay.
It's a critical step in creating the circuits and transistors that make our devices work.
Right.
And again, FITI Group's equipment is known for being able to create these incredibly detailed patterns with crazy precision.
Okay, so they're like the Michelangelo of the semiconductor world. But instead of sculpting marble, they're crafting these tiny, powerful chips.
Yeah,
It's pretty darn impressive.
it is.
But you mentioned they're working with some big names.
Yeah,
Besides the company that shall not be named,
yeah.
spill the tea, who else are they supplying?
Okay, so one of their biggest clients is none other than TSMC.
Wait, TSMC. Like they TSMC.
Yes,
The company that practically runs the semiconductor world.
pretty much.
Whoa, FITI Group is playing in the big leagues.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that tells you a lot about the quality and reliability of their equipment.
Right.
TSMC wouldn't trust just anyone with such a critical part of their manufacturing process.
No, they wouldn't. So we've got a company that's making these essential pieces of the tech puzzle, working with giants like TSMC. And they're known for their precision and customization.
It's impressive.
Okay. I'm starting to see why FITI Group is such a big deal.
Yeah.
But you know what I love even more than a company with amazing tech?
What's that?
A company with a good story.
Oh, okay.
What's their story? Where do they come from? And how did they get to where they are now?
Well, their story is actually quite interesting. They
Oh,
started out in Taiwan.
Hold on, Taiwan. The land of bubble tea and... I'll stop with the stereotypes. But seriously, Taiwan is like a major player in the tech world.
Sure.
So it makes sense that a company like FITI Group would emerge from there.
Right.
So they started in Taiwan, then what?
Well, they didn't just stay put.
Yeah.
They expanded their operations to mainland China and even the U.S.,
Wow.
establishing a global presence.
Okay.
And get this, they recently built 2 brand new factories in Thailand.
Thailand. That's interesting. I mean, I love Thai food, but I wouldn't have guessed that Thailand was like a hotbed for semiconductor manufacturing.
Right.
What's the deal with that?
It might seem surprising, but Thailand's actually becoming a key player in the global semiconductor supply chain.
Really?
Yeah. The government there is really encouraging investment in the industry.
Yeah.
There's a skilled workforce, and it's strategically located
Right.
for access to other Asian markets.
Okay, so they're strategically positioning themselves in a growing market.
Yeah.
Smart move. But building factories, especially overseas, that takes some serious cash, right? Who was backing them up?
Well, they've attracted some significant investments, including one from a company called Applied Materials.
Applied Materials.
Yeah.
Now, that's a name I recognize. They're like the rock stars of the semiconductor equipment world.
Exactly. And
Right.
their investment in FITI Group is a huge vote of confidence.
Right.
Basically saying, hey, we believe in what you're doing, and we think you're going to be a major player in the industry.
Wow, that's like getting a shout out from Beyonce.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've got the tech, they've got the global reach, and they've got the backing of industry giants.
Yeah,
This FITI Group is sounding more and more impressive by the minute.
for sure.
But wait, there's more.
There is.
Because I'm seeing something here about renewable energy healthcare, even environmental solutions. Are they branching out?
That's what makes FITI Group even more fascinating.
Okay.
They're not content with just like dominating the semiconductor world.
Wow.
They're applying their expertise in precision engineering and automation to other high-growth sectors.
Whoa, hold on. You're telling me they're making these super precise components for semiconductors, and now they're also diving into renewable energy and healthcare.
That's right.
Really?
They're developing things like smart medical carts that can help streamline hospital workflows
No.
and improve patient care.
Okay, I'm officially mind blown. This FITI Group is like the ultimate tech chameleon, adapting and evolving to tackle all sorts of challenges.
It's impressive.
I am seriously impressed.
Yeah.
But we've only scratched the surface here. So we know that FITI Group is like killing it in the semiconductor world.
Yeah.
But what I think is really interesting is their move into these other industries.
Right.
It's not just a random side hustle.
Okay.
You know, it's a calculated strategy.
Okay, so you're saying they're not just dipping their toes in the water.
Right.
They're diving headfirst into renewable energy, healthcare, and all that.
Exactly.
I'm all for companies thinking big, but isn't that a little risky?
Yeah.
Spreading themselves too thin, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's a valid concern.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
FITI Group isn't starting from scratch in these new areas.
Right.
They're leveraging their existing strengths. Wait, hold on. You're saying that their expertise in making these super precise components for semiconductors is somehow transferable to, like, solar panels and medical carts?
Right.
How does that even work?
It's all about the underlying principles.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Precision engineering, automation, systems integration.
Uh-huh.
Like, these are skills that are valuable across multiple industries.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a master chef, you could apply your skills to create amazing dishes, whether it's Italian pasta or French pastries.
Right.
The core techniques are still there.
Exactly. That's what FITI Group is doing. They're taking their core competencies and applying them to new challenges.
Okay.
For example, in the renewable energy sector, they're developing advanced manufacturing equipment for solar panels.
So instead of making tiny chips, they're helping to create the machines that make these big, powerful solar panels.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And what about healthcare? What are they doing in that space?
You remember those smart medical carts we mentioned earlier? They're packed with technology.
Okay.
Sensors, displays, automated systems.
Right.
And FITI Group is playing like a key role in designing and manufacturing those components.
So they're bringing their precision and automation expertise to the medical field.
Yeah.
Helping to create these high-tech carts that make hospitals run more smoothly and doctors' lives easier.
Exactly.
I like it.
And it's not just about efficiency either.
Right.
These smart carts can also help reduce medical errors, improve patient safety, and ultimately lead to better healthcare outcomes.
Wow. Okay, so they're not just making cool gadgets.
Right.
They're actually making a real difference in people's lives.
I know, it's great.
I'm going to say this is making me look at FITI Group in a whole new light.
Yeah.
They're like the silent heroes of the tech world, working behind the scenes to improve everything from our smartphones to our hospitals.
That's a good way to put it.
It's a pretty impressive story. And what's even more remarkable is their ability to adapt and evolve.
Right.
They're not afraid to step outside their comfort zone and explore new possibilities.
It's true.
Okay, but let's be real. Every company faces challenges.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What are some of the hurdles that FITI Group might encounter as they continue to grow and expand?
Well, I think one potential challenge is managing their global operations.
Okay.
They've got facilities in multiple countries,
Right.
each with its own unique set of regulations, cultural nuances, and market dynamics, keeping everything running smoothly across different time zones and continents.
Yeah.
That's no easy feat.
Yeah, I can imagine that can get pretty complicated, juggling different languages, laws, and business practices.
Yeah.
It's like trying to conduct an orchestra where everyone's playing a different instrument and speaking a different language.
Right, exactly. And then there's like the ever-changing landscape of the tech industry.
Yeah.
Things move so fast,
Right.
and what's hot today could be obsolete tomorrow.
Right.
FITI Group needs to stay ahead of the curve, constantly innovating and adapting
Yeah.
to keep up with the latest advancements.
That's true for any tech company,
Yeah.
but especially for one that's working in such cutting-edge fields.
Yeah.
It's like they're running a marathon where the finish line keeps moving further away.
I like that analogy.
So how do they do it? How do they stay ahead of the game?
Well, they've got a few things going for them.
Okay.
First, they've built a really strong foundation in research and development.
Okay.
They're constantly investing in new technologies and exploring new possibilities.
So they're not just sitting back and waiting for the next big thing to come along.
Yeah.
They're actively searching for it, creating it even.
Exactly.
That's the kind of proactive approach I like to see.
That's what they've got.
Okay.
We're not afraid to partner with other companies.
Okay.
Universities, research institutions, anyone who can help them push the boundaries of what's possible.
So they're playing the collaboration game,
Right.
tapping into a wider network of expertise and resources. Smart move. What else?
Another key factor is their customer-centric approach. They're not just churning out products and hoping someone will buy them.
Right.
They're working closely with their clients
Okay.
to understand their needs and develop customized solutions.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. They're tailoring their products and services to each individual customer.
That's right.
That's got to be a major advantage in a world where everyone's looking for that personalized touch.
It's a huge differentiator.
Right.
And it's a testament to their commitment to building long-term relationships with their clients.
Yeah.
They're not just looking for a quick sale.
Right.
They're looking to become trusted partners,
Okay.
helping their clients succeed and grow alongside them.
All right, I'm sold. FITI Group is officially on my radar.
Good.
But I have to ask, where does this all lead? What's the ultimate goal for a company like this? Are they aiming for world domination? Or are they more focused on making a positive impact?
That's a great question, and one that we'll explore in our final segment.
Yeah.
Oh, but before we do, a quick shout out to my buddy Steve. You know, the one who runs the Arizona-Taiwan office?
Right.
He's always on the lookout for innovative companies like FITI Group.
Of course, got to give a shout out to the connections, right?
Yeah.
What does the future hold for FITI Group? They're already doing pretty amazing things, but where do they go from here?
Well, if there's one thing we've learned about FITI Group, it's that they're not afraid to push the boundaries.
Right.
They're constantly innovating, expanding, and adapting to the, ever-changing tech landscape.
It's true. They're like the tech world's version of a chameleon, blending in and excelling wherever they go.
Uh-huh.
But let's get specific. What are some potential scenarios for their future? Are we talking about flying cars and teleportation devices?
Okay, maybe not flying cars just yet,
Yeah.
but their work in semiconductors is laying the groundwork for some really mind-blowing advancements.
So,
Think about artificial intelligence, 5G networks, self-driving vehicles.
yeah.
All of these technologies rely on increasingly powerful and sophisticated chips.
Right.
And FITI Group is right at the heart of that evolution.
So they're helping to build the brains behind the future.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. But what about those other ventures? The renewable energy, the healthcare stuff?
Right.
Are those just side projects, or are they going all in on those too?
I think it's safe to say that they're fully committed to those areas as well.
Okay.
Remember, they're not just chasing trends.
Yeah.
They're identifying long-term opportunities and applying their expertise to create solutions for some of the world's biggest challenges.
Okay, so they're not just thinking about profits, they're thinking about impact.
Exactly.
Hoping to create a more sustainable, healthier, and technologically advanced future.
Yes.
I like their style.
Me too.
But, it's easy to get caught up in all the hype and potential. But let's be realistic for a second. What are some of the challenges they might face along the way?
Well, I think one challenge is navigating the complexities of global politics and economics.
Yeah.
We live in such an interconnected world,
Right.
and events in one part of the world can have ripple effects across the entire supply chain.
Yeah, like that whole chip shortage thing a while back.
Exact.
That really threw a wrench in the works for a lot of companies.
It did.
So FITI Group needs to be prepared for anything, basically.
Yeah, they need to be agile, adaptable, and able to anticipate and respond to unexpected events.
Okay.
They also need to stay ahead of the competition, which in the tech world is like trying to outrun a cheetah on a treadmill.
Okay, that sounds intense. but I have a feeling they're up for the challenge.
I think so, too.
They've already proven they're not afraid to take risks, think big, and push the boundaries. So if I'm hearing you correctly, FITI Group is a company to watch, a company that's not just shaping the future of technology, but also shaping the future of our world.
I think that's a really good way to put it.
It is indeed. Well, folks, there you have it.
That's EETFer.
Our deep dive into the fascinating world of FITI Group.
Yeah.
A company that's quietly making waves, creating the building blocks for a more advanced and sustainable future.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride full of twists and turns and mind-blowing revelations.
I agree. It's been fun.
The pleasure was all mine. And a quick shout out to my friend Steve, the Executive Director of the Arizona-Taiwan office.
Oh, yeah. Steve.
I know he's keeping a close eye on companies like FITI Group, the ones who are pushing the boundaries and making big moves.
Right.
You know. And that brings us to the end of our show. Thank you for joining us on the Board Business Channel.
Thanks, everyone.
Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications.